Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the latest home video review from us here at FlickDirect, and for today's home video review, I'm here to talk to you all about Death on the Nile in 4K. In case if you guys have not seen it yet, Death on the Nile is the follow-up to Murder on the Orient Express, and like with Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile is directed and starring Kenneth Branagh as Hercule Poirot, the world's greatest detective, and I'm pretty sure I screwed up his name, the character's name. If so, I do apologize. When it comes to the plot of Death on the Nile, it's very similar to Murder on the Orient Express. A bunch of people are together at this party boat, not a train, but a boat this time around, and a murder happens and Hercule Poirot must solve who did the murder. Brand new cast, brand new location, and that's about it. That's all there's to it. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When it came to Murder on the Orient Express, Murder on the Orient Express is a movie that I enjoy quite a bit of, but at the same time, it's a movie that I wished it was better, considering the source material was absolutely incredible. I was excited for Death on the Nile, and I'm happy to say that I did enjoy Death on the Nile quite a bit more than Murder on the Orient Express. Kenneth Branagh's direction in the film is brilliant, and not to mention, he and his cinematographer, I believe Harris Zamberlo, I don't want to butcher his name, but he and his DP shoot a beautiful looking movie. I mean, just the contrast of the coloring of Murder on the Orient Express compared to the vivid and vibrant colors of Death on the Nile. The cast is all great here, including, of course, Kenneth Branagh as Hercule Poirot. I mean, he is so good in this role. The soundtrack is great. I enjoyed the movie very much so, and if they do make more of these Hercule Poirot movies with Kenneth Branagh directing, I'm all for it. I want to see more of this character and more of Kenneth Branagh starring, not writing, but starring and directing. Getting right into the audio and video quality, starting off with the video quality, Death on the Nile in 4K is presented on an aspect ratio of 2:39:1, and I gotta tell you guys, this movie, like I mentioned earlier, this is a stunning movie. Now, do not get me wrong, I do want to say something really quick. There are some shots where the green screen is quite noticeable, and there are some CG shots that don't look particularly great, but that's about maybe 5%, maybe 10, if I'm really thinking about it. Otherwise, in a gorgeous and a very vibrant and a very poppy looking movie in terms of a color palette. I mean, Death on the Nile looked amazing. In terms of contrast and color palettes, Death on the Nile is I'd say it's a much hotter looking film. I mean, Kenneth Branagh did say it is a sexier film with much more vibrant and very lush color palettes compared to the cooler blue hues of Murder on the Express. And even more so, going on to the smaller details, some of the cabins on this boat look amazing. In particular, Hercule Poirot's cabin, I was stunned at how amazing it looked. The costume design, seeing the women in their dresses, in particular Gal Gadot's dress. Wow, did it look absolutely stunningly beautiful. If you have a great 4K HDR TV or a great 4K HDR projector for that matter, this is going to be a very lush and vibrant looking movie. It's gonna look amazing. Going on to the audio quality, Death on the Nile is on a Dolby Atmos track. Now here's the thing. The Dolby Atmos sound is not going to absolutely blow your mind. I'm just going to let you guys know that right now. This isn't the greatest Dolby Atmos mix in the world. With that being said, though, the mix is still nonetheless freaking fantastic. Death on the Nile is a primarily dialogue-driven film. Now, there are some bits where it gets a bit more bombastic with the sound, and these are only smaller parts throughout the film. But really, what this film is more about, like I mentioned, is Hercule Poirot interviewing these suspects and seeing if he can crack the case. There's a couple of parts where you'll basically be outside of an exterior scene, and you can hear birds in the surround sound channels. Hearing the boat going across the water, you hear water splash sounds and a couple of other things, not to mention the ambiance and just the areas around the boat. It all sounds fantastic. Not to mention as well, the dialogue sounds crystal clear. Everything sounds crisp. Everything sounds just very, well, clear to say the least. Finally, moving on to the special features, Death on the Nile comes with a few cool featurettes, not as much as I would have hoped for, but still nonetheless the featurettes are still very nice. For example, there's a featurette about the adaptation of putting this book onto the big screen. There's also a really cool one about the designing of the Nile, which really shows how much CG actually went into this film. There's also a couple of deleted scenes, and there's a few more featurettes on here. All in all, what we have here is a very well done murder mystery. I do think it is better than Murder on Orient Express. Death on the Nile is a very well done film. Beautiful video quality. It has some quite terrific audio quality with some really cool special featurettes. So guys, here's what I'm going to say overall. If you're like me and if you weren't particularly a fan of Murder on the Orient Express, I think you'll really like Death on the Nile. If you're looking for a really cool murder mystery, pick this movie up. If you're a fan of murder mysteries, pick this movie up. Overall guys, pick the movie up. It's a very well done murder mystery. I hope you all enjoyed my home video review of Death on the Nile in 4K. If so, please hit that like button, also share, and don't forget the subscribe button and the notification bell for our latest home video review goes live. If you guys want to see any of our previous 2 home video reviews, please click either right there or right there. And of course, until our next home video review goes live, we'll see you all next time. Hit like, smash subscribe, and get notified for when our reviews, interviews, and news go live.